In 1961, Joanna Barnes made her viewers believe that she was a gold digger. No one was going to stop her from getting what she wanted, not even the other cast members of the movie Parents Trap. This video reveals all you need to know about the Parents Trap star, Joanna Barnes. Now, before we get into the video, I've discovered that only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, kindly consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. The event that sparked her acting desires. Joanna Barnes is known as one of the actresses who graced screens with her unique roles from the 1950s to the 1980s. She was well known for her multi-talented capabilities and her exciting acts. But she was also a phenomenal novelist and journalist. Her interest in acting was evident in all performances she made, and one could tell she enjoyed acting deeply. Although she built such an admirable acting career for decades, being an actress wasn't her initial career path. She studied English at Smith College in Massachusetts with the aim of pursuing a career within that field. She even participated in poetry and other arts of expression during her time in college, and she stood out amongst others. Her performance in poetry led to her winning the college's award for poetry. Because she thoroughly enjoyed writing, she decided to venture into writing after her graduation. While she was carrying out research for a magazine article about making movies, she began to fall in love with the art of acting. The research opened her eyes to the creativity that went into movie production, from script writing to video production. At the end of her research, she made a decision to venture into acting full-time. That was the event that led to her becoming one of the best actresses in the 1950s. Joanna Barnes on television. After a few auditions, Joanna landed her first ever television role in an episode of Ford Theater. She was later selected to make guest appearances in other television series like 77 Sunset Strip, Maverick, and The Untouchables. She was said to be one of the actresses who had the ability to grab the attention of her viewers within the first few minutes of her appearance on a show. Her face was becoming more frequent on screens as she kept on receiving more and more roles over the years. Her television reviews kept going up as the months went by. Just within a short period of being active on television screens, Joanna was able to amass a good number of loyal viewers, and she also got the attention of producers as well. In the 1960s, the producer Martin Ransohoff approached her and gave her an opportunity to star in his sitcom titled The Beverly Hillbillies. She appeared in several episodes of the show. Joanna Barnes remained a television sensation for several years as she brought excitement and drama to the screens each time she played a role. The Hollywood movie star. Joanna Barnes later decided to move to Los Angeles with the hopes of expanding her range of opportunities. She also wanted to work on her career in the film industry. After appearing in a few minor roles, her acting skills were noticed by the renowned production company Columbia Pictures. They were interested in working with her over a long period of time because they knew that her skills would be valuable in their future productions as well. They later put her on a contract, and that was the beginning of her exploits in Hollywood. She played some unforgettable roles during that period that she is remembered for till date. Some of her most outstanding roles were her portrayal of Gloria Upson in the film Auntie Mame, and her role as Jane in the action-adventure film Tarzan the Ape Man. Despite the fact that most of her movies were loved and received well by her fans, it was her role in the romantic comedy film Parents Trap that completely transformed her career. Playing the role of the character Vicki Robinson, who was a gold digger, allowed her to explore the depths of her acting abilities. She was able to portray the character excellently, and it made her role even more believable. Her viewers got to witness her capabilities in the comedy genre through her role in Parents Trap. The film is still considered one of the most interesting 1960s romantic comedy films. Joanna and her co-stars certainly made a movie that was worth watching. Parents Trap was enjoyed thoroughly by viewers all over the world, and in the late 1990s, the producers of the movie decided to release a remake of the same film. Joanna Barnes appeared in the remake of the film in 1998 alongside Lindsay Lohan and other movie stars. That was one of her last movie appearances before she exited the screens. She was a force to be reckoned with for several decades. She certainly earned her spot as one of Hollywood's stars. Beauty and brains. One of the most obvious things about Joanna Barnes was her physical beauty. She had the ability to command any room that she walked into. But what was even more interesting about her was her sound intellect. She was the perfect example of beauty and brains. Her books and movies were all proof of her creativity and intelligence. Most people who read the books testified to the fact that she used written words to pass powerful messages. She used the characters in her novels to address and express certain virtues that she considered important. Her books were packed with knowledge. Her movies were amazing as well. At the end of the day, her creative works were all commendable. Joanna's writing endeavors. While she was building an acting career, she was also working as a writer and columnist. She never abandoned her desire for writing even after she attained success in the film industry. Writing was one of the few things that made her truly happy, and she enjoyed it. In 1973, she told a newspaper columnist that she liked the individuality and freedom of expression that came with writing. She said, "It is something you do yourself. With acting, if you win an Oscar or an Emmy, you have to thank everybody. If you write a book, it's completely your own." She authored several novels in the 1970s and 1980s which were said to be interesting. Some of her novels are Who is Carla?, Pastora, and The Deceivers. One of her most popular books at the time was Starting from Scratch, where she spoke about the intricacies of home renovation and home decorating. Her final screen appearances. Joanna Barnes spent over 3 decades in the film industry. She played several roles in over 20 movies, and she also received numerous roles in television shows. Her career did exceedingly well in the 1960s, and she got to star in several episodes of the popular television series like Arrest and Trail, Dr. Kildare, The Trials of O'Brien, and Mannix. The 1970s were also very eventful for her as she appeared in several shows like BS I Love You, Cool Million, McCloud, and several others. She was praised for her recurring role as Garcia in Planet of Apes and her portrayal of Sharon Cody in Executive Suite. She appeared in Charlie's Angels as well. After several years of interesting and impactful screen appearances, she decided to retire in the 2000s. After appearing in the remake of Parents Trap, she made one final screen appearance before she stopped acting for good. Her last television appearance was in the comedy sitcom Then Came You, where she played the role of Lillian, after which she stopped acting. She was 66 years old at the time, and she didn't make a public announcement regarding her retirement. She spent most of her time off-screen writing and getting involved in other activities that were valuable to her. She lived with her family in Sea Ranch, California, and never made any movie appearances until 2022. Unfortunately, she died on the 29th of April 2022 at the age of 87. Joanna Barnes left an unforgettable mark in the movie industry. She will be missed. So, which of these facts about Joanna Barnes caught your interest the most? Do let us know in the comment section below, and check out the next video in this series.